Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Oh man, the room is filling up already with good people. What's going on, gal? Talk to me. Yeah.
It's like a Friday already to me.
Feels like Friday already?
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah. It feels like the holiday has already begun. I like that sweatshirt, Candace. What you guys got gear out there now, huh?
Yeah, trying to reap the product, trying to reap
the brand. That's all right. I like that. That is so cool. Man. How's everybody doing?
Doing well.
Outstanding.
Yeah, Dr. Vibe.
Doc Vibe, what's going on?
What's up, Miss? Everything's going on. You guys are doing your Thanksgiving. We in Canada did it in October, so we're envying you to celebrate it. If you do celebrate it, and enjoy it.
Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. I thank you so much for coming through, hanging out with us today. Always good.
Oh, can I say one more thing? I can say, we now call Kirk Mr. StreamYard?
Hey, man.
Well, congratulations. Joking aside, congratulations.
No. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, this was I put out that video and they just messaged. I'm glad. This is why I love the community, because it's a little harder to share those kinds of details with people outside that, on YouTube. It's just way more difficult. So if I go to here, does that work? Yeah, it does. Okay. So yeah, for those that are watching on YouTube, and it's probably just like two of you, right, for right now, because you know how it goes, right? Everybody waits till the end before they jump on, but it's also the day before Thanksgiving. So it is possible that, people are busy. So let me make this a little bit bigger. But yeah, today I posted in the community, StreamYard reached out, right? You can see that there. When I click on that, this is a set of DMs from StreamYard. Name is Mateo, reaching out on behalf of StreamYard. I was wondering if you had the chance to go through the email. I did. That email was it was in my junk filter or spam filter. I don't know, one of the two in my info@howitallworks.com email address. And so I did not see it. But I'm glad that they reached out to me on Instagram. They reached out as a DM and just basically said, hey, would like to take your video and share it everywhere. So if I go back to the message here, you'll see they want to post it in their official Facebook group, Instagram story, Facebook post and story, YouTube post, mentioning it in upcoming improvements recap video, reference and link in their help center. Like, do you know how many views that video could possibly get just from them doing these things? Yeah, Candace, that is a major exposure. Okay, we got to institute a new rule. If you're in Zoom, you can't be typing. You got to talk. That way you come up on screen like Dr. Vibe is, okay? So yeah. Candace says that is some major exposure. Yes, you're correct. I mean, that kind of blew me away. I was like, wow, that's amazing. So that's what I was saying here in the How It All Works group. In the No, that's not the one. In my other group, the Digital Footprint pilot program, I posted about it as well, but I was just saying slightly differently, this is what the digital footprint will do. All right, digital footprint for the win. Because everything points to me, because there are multiple ways to get in contact, I didn't miss out on this opportunity, even when the message went to spam. So that's something that I'm always trying to be mindful of is, what are the things that are representing you even when you're not in the room? And so your content definitely does, but then having systems behind that content that allows you to be able to follow up in a timely fashion, that is super, super, super critical. So I'm excited for this. I did reach out to them and say, hey, I've got a ton of ideas for the platform. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely hit me up. I would love to have that conversation. As you heard in my video, I do think this is the first iteration. And so it can be improved, because for sure it can be improved. There's a lot of things. Even in the video, I say, I don't know why the comments are coming up on the top. Right? For the vertical aspect ratio, I was like, why are the comments coming up here? That doesn't make any sense. But either way, hopefully they're going to take that to heart, and maybe that will open some other doors. But for sure, it will get me exposure. And this is another thing too. I'm so glad you brought this up, Doc Vibe, because this is a great launch pad for what we're going to talk about today. And that is just, when is the last time you tried to get in touch with you? Like last time we went live, we talked about, when's the last time you Googled yourself? But when was the last time you tried to get in touch with you? I was on a coaching call and I brought up Instagram to be able to show my client his Instagram. And that's when I saw this new DM from StreamYard. And that sent me down the rabbit hole. I had to, ask for his forgiveness for a second while I searched for this email, because I was like, wait a minute, I'm missing an email from StreamYard? No way. Because I check that same email account all the time. Now, what I'm going to add to my process is checking spam, at least a couple times a week, because these emails that you're getting are not emails that you would normally receive. So you don't want them to go to spam if they aren't spam. In addition to that, I also set up another platform called Freshdesk. Freshdesk, from my former years as a IT professional, I used Freshdesk. I'm just showing you what it looks like. These are all messages coming in from info@howitallworks. Somebody signed up for my mailing list there. You got a new subscriber. Darren Weisner just responding to a email that we sent out to the mailing list today, saying that we've made some changes, moving from Kajabi over to Flowdesk for our mailing system. But yeah, this system is called Freshdesk, and what it is basically like a troubleshooting system. I shouldn't say troubleshooting. It's a trouble ticket system. So if you have ever worked in an organization or company and you emailed support at whatevercompany.com, and then, you get a response back from the ticketing system with your ticket number. And then usually it will tell you that such and such technician has been assigned to your issue, and they're looking at it, and you'll get status and updates and all this other stuff. Well, that's exactly what Freshdesk is. And they have a free version that I set up years ago, and I've integrated info@howitallworks along with contact us at composition.com, which are the two main public-facing email addresses that my wife and I have for our business. So those emails come into this system. My VA has access to this system. Another support member has access to the system. So we don't necessarily have to give them access to our email address. I want you to catch this. We have them create an account in the Freshdesk system, and then they can see all the requests that are coming in. Then they can be the ones to check. Now, the other thing that's really good about that system is there is no spam filter. So there's no way that a message is going to come into that system and not be just seen as a regular email. Now, for some people, that might actually be too much, but I just feel like that's kind of where we are in the world today. All right. With that said, I'm super excited for what that could mean going forward. Anybody else have anything? Listen, this is this is our weekly or bi-weekly, I should say, right? Twice a month we go live for the Coaching Corner here in the community, how it all works. If you're interested in that link, I will make sure to put that in. It should be in the description, but one of these guys, David or Tracy, might actually have a second to put that in the chat on YouTube as well, if you're interested in joining us in the community. But with that said, questions that we're going to be taking for today are going to be coming from those who are in the community. And what is so cool is I'm going to show you guys just really quickly. I probably won't do this for the entire show, but I am going to bring on, man, what happened to David's camera? Oh, it's off. Let me see if we can do this. Let's go ahead and add. There's David. Okay, so David's there. So let's add David to the screen. Hey, David, what's going on? And you're muted, sir. Add Tracy to the screen. There we go. And we're gonna add Candace to the screen. Look at it. It's like digital squares. I'm gonna add my background shot to the screen. Hey. But the reason why I'm doing that is because I want you guys to all see this is what it looks like. These are the people who are actually hanging out with me on Zoom in the community, and one of those squares could be you, if you so desire. You just hit that link in the let me not cover Candace's face here. Hold on. There we go. Put it right there. So, Tracy just put the link for you to be able to do that right in on YouTube right now. So for the 5 of you that are watching, definitely go ahead and hit that link, join us in school, and you can ask your questions as well. Okay, with that said, Doc Vibe has already raised his hand. What's going on, man? What do we got today?
Everything's going on. Interesting, the Mars feature from StreamYard. Yes. I've noted increased number of views.
Ooh. Really?
Yes. And they've been coming from the vertical side.
Yes. The organic piece. Right.
Yes. I tried it out for the first time 2 Saturdays ago. I go, whoa. I'm just going, this is interesting. So I'm keeping a monitor on it, but that's one of the things I've noticed automatically in regards to that feature. Nice. That it's been advantageous, and it's actually driving me now to if you remember a while back, I was having challenges using EVMux and the Pro Scenes.
Yes.
But now with this new feature, I'm saying, okay, I'm going to, with Kirk's videos helping me, I'm going to try to master the scenes feature in StreamYard, because it's giving me a reason to say, okay, I'm going to be using StreamYard a little bit more often now. Let me see if I will master the scenes feature in StreamYard.
Nice. I went over to StreamYard just to kind of showcase what we're talking about. What blew me away is that these guys have come out with another feature.
Yes. Yeah, the improved video look. Yeah.
Elevating our stream quality. Okay, so let's read this, because I actually am. This has been one of my major knocks on StreamYard for quite a while. This might actually be another video. We're excited to share a major project video engineering team has just completed, delivering noticeably higher video quality for every creator. As a result, here's what you'll experience: clearer details and text that remain sharp even in lower lighting, smoother motion with significantly less stuttering during dynamic scenes, better color accuracy. Okay, I don't know. I mean, just give me the 4K that I'm sending to StreamYard, and that's what I'll be happy with. Cleaner, adopted VMAF to measure video quality. Interesting. Comprehensive real-world testing, bright podcast studios, dimly lit environments, highly dynamic, crowded scenes, and everything in between. A/B testing with real viewers. Testing was important to confirm our improvements had visually noticeable impact on StreamYard's output. Interesting. Check out our technical details at this link. New pipeline is already live for everyone using StreamYard. No changes needed on your part. Experience professional looking streams starting with your very next broadcast. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. The feature I was looking for is not the Thanksgiving pack. Hey, that's Mateo. That's the guy who messaged me. That's crazy.
Yeah, actually, he did a link. He did a short video that's on their YouTube page.
Okay.
Just update the major updates they've done recently.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, so they're doing a quick hands-on thing. But this is the part I was showcasing. I wanted everybody to kind of see what Dr. Vibe was talking about. This is the feature that we were kind of highlighting, is the fact that you have the vertical and the wide portrait and landscape streaming out at the same time. And what you have said you're experiencing is that as you've gone for your regular live stream on Saturdays, you've decided to kind of also stream to vertical as well, which means your organic audience is getting the stream along with your a whole new audience of people who have never probably even seen you before, because you're showing up in the shorts feed. And this is where I want to kind of explain a little bit for somebody who's just like, what's the value here? What am I missing? Is there something that you're saying that I'm kind of missing out on? The shorts feed isn't based on your subscribers. The shorts feed is actually anybody that's just kind of scrolling through shorts on YouTube. The shorts feed is kind of like TikTok, kind of like Reels on Instagram, where you can just watch one after the next, after the next, after the next. But your normal landscape version live stream doesn't show up in the shorts feed. Every now and again, I will go live vertical on YouTube just so I can show up in the shorts feed. Now with multi-aspect ratio streaming, which is what Mars stands for, you can actually stream both wide, or I should say landscape, and vertical or portrait at the same time. And so the portrait one is showing up in your feed. Now, the other thing, Doc Vibe, did you notice whether or not you were getting comments from both?
Yes.
So you're getting comments from both, and you get all of them into StreamYard.
Correct.
So you have an aggregate, essentially, of all the comments coming from everywhere you're streaming to. The challenge that I found, at least when I was doing this test for the video, is that the people on YouTube, both platforms, have different comments. So the people who are watching vertical are not seeing the comments from those who are watching landscape.
I'll be honest, I haven't checked. I'll go back and look in the comments sections on both the vertical and horizontal and see if that's the case. And I'll message you via in school and tell you what I found.
That's because that to me, it may not be a StreamYard issue. That may be a YouTube thing, because I don't think it works for. I was doing some testing for Ecamm. Theirs is not quite. It's not fully. It's not a full release yet, but they do have the same feature that'll be dropping really soon. So I was doing some testing with Doc Rock on that, and we noticed the same thing. So it may be a YouTube feature or limitation. They just haven't merged the two, where if you're watching in the vertical feed, you're not seeing the comments, because it's weird. Both are YouTube, but you're not seeing the comments on either side. So it's like really two totally separate streams. And I don't know if there is a way for them to merge that, but they've got to figure that out, because you're segmenting your audience. So only person that sees all the comments is you. And if you don't put all the comments on screen as the host and streamer, then all of the different places don't necessarily see the comments. Now that's even if YouTube does fix that, it doesn't fix the issue for streaming to Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at the same time. You will have that same issue. But for me, I'm just like, man, if I'm watching on YouTube and YouTube, I feel like that should just work. So that's just my 2 cents on that. All right. Appreciate that question, man. Any other questions? Listen, this is.
I was just about to type it in the chat. I was like, why did I think that StreamYard was only for selling products? So StreamYard So you guys are using StreamYard for just going online, just, talking to your audience.
Just like Ecamm. Yep.
Okay.
Just like Ecamm. Ecamm and StreamYard are basically I guess you would call them competitors. I mean, they do very similar things. Yeah, I see David's hand there. It's not quite. Ecamm, I think, is another level, but Ecamm is web. Is not web. Ecamm is Mac only. That's a limitation.
So that's the difference.
It's a benefit in some ways, but then in other ways it isn't, because it is locally installed. And so there are so many people that I work with who need to have the ability to have multiple people working with them. Like, so you want one person to manage your comments, another person to bring in guests, different people to do different things. Because StreamYard is web-based, there's a lot of functionality that's decentralized, and you can bring people in as a co-host or a moderator or whatever. I mean, you could bring somebody in as a full admin, and they will have functionality that you just can't even. I can't even give somebody the ability to do some of that stuff for me, as I would in StreamYard. So those are some of the things that I always want to make sure to point out for people who are trying to figure out what is the difference. And that's another thing too that I want to say here as well. One of the reasons why Ecamm is cheaper than StreamYard, even though it has way more robust and advanced features. David Harvey says, no comparison, Ecamm is the best ever. But one of the reasons why Ecamm is cheaper is because they don't have the overhead of having to have servers and storage. It's like every time you go live, Doc Vibe, you're saving your entire live stream to StreamYard servers. That is a major overhead item that people have, it's like, it's in the back of your mind, but we don't readily think about that. If I'm saving my live stream, which I am right now with Ecamm, I'm saving it local to my hard drive. That's a major piece that Ecamm doesn't have to worry about. And because of that, that's why their product can actually be less, even though they're providing, like, the integration with Zoom, which is what I'm using right now. You guys are watching online on YouTube. David Harvey, you're watching online. Candace is actually inside Zoom. Of course, this, you're a StreamYard official. But Candace is in Zoom, and I'm able to pull her camera into Ecamm and then stream it out. That's not stuff that you can do with these web-based platforms. Ecamm is able to give us that level of functionality because they're a application that's sitting on your computer. So keeping those things in mind really helps to kind of put them in different categories. I think that's the reason why David kind of put his hand like that when he was like, they're not really competitors. They're not, because they provide two totally different levels of the same service. So that's kind of where we are with it. But I do have a lot of clients still who are like, man, I really, they're decentralized teams. So they have one guy's got a VA that lives in Virginia, whereas he's in Florida. And so every time he goes live or he's recording a guest for a podcast or whatever, she's the one that's doing a lot of the different controls, whereas he's just coming into the studio and doing one or two other things that are on screen. I did tell them that they could definitely achieve this with Ecamm, and I think that it would actually look better, but he still wants to maintain some of the controls on his side. Anyway, anytime I produce their show, he doesn't control anything. So it's a moot point. But yeah, I know you had one other question, Candace, about something. I can't remember what it was. You had messaged me.
Oh, yeah. So I messaged you about so this past weekend, my husband and like his teammates or whatever, they had this reunion, and the long story short is where they used to play all their games, like the college, UNA used to play all their games at this particular stadium. Well, they're getting a new stadium. So this was like a farewell to this stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And so all the legends from the 90s, from this team, like they had a 3 repeat national championships.
Yep.
So they were all there, and I thought it would be historic to get like interviews and
Yeah.
major content and all that stuff. So I got all the major content that I needed, and oh God, and so
Happens to the best of us. That's all I'm
yeah.
gonna say. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, so I had the newer I think that's the brand or whatever. The mic,
Hollyland.
Hollyland, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
The mic and all that. And so I had the little adapter thing in my phone there, and I thought everything was on, everything was ready. And I went back to, start checking everything and trying to. I said these are going to be great to have these uploaded, these interviews. And I went back to check to hear the sound. No sound, no,
Oh no.
yeah, no, no voice came out. So I guess my question is there a particular app that I can use to retrieve maybe, I don't know, because I'm a Apple user. I have my iPhone, so
Mhm.
like, is there anything,
I don't.
anything?
So I don't know. I think that. Well, first we let me say this to start.
that
You saw Doc Vibe. You saw Tracy. Everybody just kind of covered their mouths. We all
Yeah.
look. Sippy Cup Adventures on YouTube is saying the exact same thing. This is Darren Wisner. I just got an email from him maybe like hour ago. Says been there, done that. This has happened to all of us. So don't feel bad about it. I mean, you will feel bad because I mean it's content that you captured that it's unfortunately in some respects it's not quite there, but this happens to everyone. And I shared this with you as well when we talked earlier. I was like, no, listen, don't beat yourself up. This happens, and unfortunately, you'll learn from this, and you'll put together your kind of check sheet, and you'll do that every time you do this, and we'll laugh about this. Somebody else, I'm telling you, in a year's time, somebody else is going to come and say, man, I forgot the mic wasn't on, blah, 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 blah. I missed all the audio. And we'll laugh and say that happened. Candace came in and said the same thing. So, that's kind of, I just want to start there just to say, this is this is almost like a rite of passage, unfortunately. But in terms of the connections, the way the Hollyland is set up, I mean, if it's plugged up to the phone, you tested it before and you got audio and everything was working?
Well, I just read the directions and I was like, straight shooter. I was like, okay, I got to start getting, getting these interviews in because, people were everywhere. It was like,
Yeah.
it was so many moving parts. So I was like, if I don't, let me go ahead while they're sitting here or standing here, let me just go ahead. And I
And
mean,
grab
everybody,
something.
yeah, and everybody was like, so, like, ready to do the interview.
Yeah. Damn. I almost so me so yeah, I got these new mics maybe a week or so ago. I was tempted to use them for a project this past weekend, but because I had never used them before, I just went with the camera alone. I didn't even bother putting on a mic because I knew this worked, and I had not tested this other thing before. So that's because I don't know what was done. I don't know how it was set up. I don't know because sometimes you have to pair the transmitter, which is what you put on the subject, with the receiver. Sometimes that, in transit or when you buy it, sometimes you have to repair them. Other times you have to actually in the phone, you have to select the external microphone, and it shows like a little cord with a mic on it. But then other times even if you select it, if it's not paired, it just won't record any audio at all. So those are some of the things that immediately come to mind, and I would definitely we can look into it, and I don't know when our next session is, but we can figure out, we can just go through and test it and make sure that it's working fine so that you can record with confidence going forward. But what I would say for sure is, and I know I see your hand, Tracy, definitely coming to you, but what I would say for sure is, anytime you find yourself in a scenario, you've got something brand new, hasn't been tried yet, you haven't tested it yet, I say go with what you know. I say go with what you know. Go with what you know for sure works until you've actually had an opportunity to test it. Because in that environment, just like you said, there's just so many people coming. There's so much conversation. I would almost rather you just record it with the phone and then use something like Adobe, I forgot the name of it. Is it Audition or whatever? And use that to clean up the audio, even when there's a lot of people around and they're talking and it just zeroes in on the two people who you want and it clears everything else. It does a really good job of that. So keep that in mind. Tracy, you were going to say something.
Yeah, you're absolutely not alone, Candice. I've so been there. What I tend to do now is I've got 3 little microphones. So 2 will be one on me, one on whoever I'm talking to, and a third one will be connected to my Osmo Pocket 3. So I've got a second camera so that I've actually got 2 lots of footage from different angles. And if I get really stuck, I've got 2 audio tracks as well.
That's it.
So I've always got backup because I feel for you. That's just so disappointing.
Yeah.
When you've put all that effort in, and it's especially when it's a one-off. It's your only opportunity to.
That's the thing.
Film that occasion. It's just horrible, isn't it?
Yeah. So and I guess now I got like the content and everything that I didn't put any mics or anything. I just straight used my phone for that.
Right.
Now that video has pretty much gone viral on Facebook. It's like over like now it's probably up to like 2,500 views.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know if like for the podcast, and this is my question, like for the podcast part of it, like how can I use the video like different snippets of like when Jairus and I are kind of talking about, you know, the farewell experience and just kind of going, okay, well, this, you know, this was, you know, captured here, blah, blah. How,
yeah, in Ecamm. Yep.
yeah, okay.
So no, I love that question. I'm actually just pulling up your page here. That is so cool.
Yeah.
So this was it right here?
Yeah, it was just kind of like the, you know, kind of like the highlights of everything. And it was like, I tried to get it down under like 6 minutes. So it was a lot of editing that I had to do. But I mean, I didn't care. I just wanted that for my husband and his teammates, you know, just to go back and kind of see, and the coaches.
Yeah.
And everybody that was a part of that, you know, for those 3 years. And it was just, you know,
for the sake of those who are watching, and, you know, of course, for our community, I think some of us already know, but just kind of share who your husband is, what he did, where he played, because he played somewhere else after he played at UNA. So just kind of share a little bit of that, and then I'll answer your question.
Okay, so my husband, he played for the University of North Alabama. He was actually a tight end. And here they're celebrating, you know, the farewell of the stadium where they played at, you know, for all their college games. And they did a repeat. So it was they call it three-peat. So they won 3 national championships, and that has never been done in history. They even went to the White House and got, you know, recognition there just for the, you know, just for, you know, winning. And then after that, he got drafted into the NFL, and he played at for the Arizona Cardinals for 3 years. He has for 3 seasons. And so then he retired, and then we moved back to Huntsville, Alabama. So
nice.
That's a little short story there.
Appreciate it.
Short story.
Appreciate it. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, everybody kind of has a little bit more of that that information. So I see a couple of comments here. Let's see here. Sippy Cup says, this is Darren. He says, been there, done that. I think David Harvey Official says, if you don't have the error story, then you don't have progress. The journey is the success. Come on. So just a little encouragement. I want you to see this from some of the folks out there, as everybody's gone through that before. David says, hello. Darren shares, you got to record and then check your footage, and you've just filmed, and make sure it's good. again, we've all been there. And I remember I told you this, even when you came over to record, I did a little test record and then I checked it just to make sure everything is good. And then it's just because we've all been there, we have added that to our workflow, and I think you'll be fine. But, you know, it stings. I'm not trying to make light of it. It definitely stings. But unfortunately, yeah, I don't think there is, you know, any real way of getting that stuff back. But there's some really good tools that are out there. If you find yourself in that scenario, it's like, I really haven't tested this mic out, just go ahead and, you know, grab video and audio with your phone, and then go from there, you know, to try and clean it up in post. But I love what I'm looking at this reel still. It's really great. Really great. So that is absolutely amazing. Brian Jones came. He says, "Hey, congratulations. I have a ton of family in Florence." That is so cool, Brian. Come on. UNA, stand up, man. Let's go. I love that. You caught you get caught up in the excitement and you don't even think to check. That's exactly right. And so I just wanted to kind of give you those pieces. So I'm going to go into live demo mode here. And I think inside Zoom, you should be able to see what I'm doing here, right? So that way, you know, you get a little better idea of what happens. Remember, we talked about scenes, of course. So her question is, how can I bring some of those clips in? Because they don't have audio, so now they're just really good B-roll, essentially, right? So you can bring a clip in and talk over it while that clip is playing. So the way to do that, I see you shaking your head, David, good. The way to do that, of course, you want to have a video of, you know, a scene that just has you and your husband in there. And for you guys, you won't have to have it split screen like we have it right now, because you guys are already in one place when you're recording. So what I would do is I'd create a new scene. So I'm going to do that right now. New scene, and it should be blank. I don't know why it's camera. Okay, so create a new scene, and then with the new scene, you would just go to add that video. No, not like that. Okay, so you'd go to add that video. Let me go back to source. Let's do that again. All right, so once you create the new scene, you'd go to add that video by clicking here. Click on the video icon, and then choosing the video. Now I'm just gonna pick a video at random because I don't actually have the videos that you have. But let's pick this one. I don't even.
My joy earlier this year.
All right. And I think, boom. So what I did is I picked the video. Now I'm also unmuting my mic and I'm unmuting your mic so that we can both still be heard, right? Now, once the video is there, the other thing that I would do is add a camera. And I can select, of course, just like camera A, which is my camera here. And I would add yet another camera, and I would still select it to be camera A, but I would adjust this so that he's showing, if that makes sense. So in Ecamm, you can actually decide, okay, camera A, camera B could be two different cameras. But in this case, let's say if I just choose Candace Hayes, then you'll see that the two cameras are there. The video, you can just pull down the audio on that, let the video play, and we can set this to start from last position. So that way you can go back and forth. So if I go back to here, we're both here. If I come back to this one, the video continues to play. You can kind of go back and forth between them, and even have that conversation while, depending on what you want to do or how you want to set that. So that's one way of doing it. Is just to create a video scene and go from there. A second way of doing that would be to, of course, come back and create a new scene. Let me make sure that my new scenes are set to blank. Okay, good. You come back here, you'd create a new scene, and you would add an animated overlay. So here, instead of going to pick the video, you would just click to add an animated overlay, right? So you see it says animated overlay, and then I would just select a video. Now I've got to find a video. Do I even? This is downloads, yeah. Oh, look, we got Candace right there. So I will add this as an animated overlay, which means it won't have audio. So it'll be there, already ready to go. You can actually set this to loop, and you can pause it, and then you can add in your two cameras again, just like we did before. So we add that camera in, change this to my camera, and then add another camera in, and change that to your camera. As Candace says, there we go. So now we have a scene where this is playing. We can come out of it to keep talking, or you can go back to it, and it has to start over, unfortunately, when you do it this way. So maybe the other way might be better if you want to go back and forth between the two. But we would be able to be heard the whole time that the video is playing, even though there is no audio on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
So the last way that we could do this is just in the scene that we're already in, right? So you got the two of us in this scene right here. Let's say this is you and Jairus. You could just drag and drop the video right into the scene that you're in, and just play it like it is an overlay, like as if it's an overlay. So if I can find a video here, this is gonna be, what is this? I don't even know what this is. No, that's something else. Let's see, what's this one? I'm just trying to find one. Okay, so if I drag this in to the scene, better to drag it in to where it says show current scene. So I'm gonna drag it in over here. Drag it into current scene, and when I let it go, it's gonna say, hey, do you want to add animated overlay? And say yes. And so now you have it here. You can make it a little smaller, you can make it a little bigger, you can kind of adjust it down to where it's not taking up the whole screen, or you can have it take up the whole screen and you can just hide it and show it as you please. So that's the third way of doing it. But there's just so many different ways of being able to bring in a video and play it for your audience. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah. And we can go over some of those pieces as well, but I just wanted to kind of showcase what that looks like. Oh.
Okay.
But yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Any other questions? Where are we at here? 144. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Tracy.
Have we found out what that brand thing does when we're uploading on YouTube? Remember, we found some great uses for the Collaborate.
Yeah.
Thing.
No, really, that's
but
a really
not
good
the.
point.
But I still haven't found anything much about the brands and why that would be different to the Collaborate feature.
Yeah.
Didn't know if anybody else had yet.
I did actually. I did actually find. I did send submit a question. But no, what's wild is I don't see anybody talking about it.
No, I don't either.
I haven't seen not a video, nothing.
And that, you know, the thing we did on the Collaborate feature, vidIQ are now talking about it like we were. It's funny how it took people a while
to really catch it,
realise what we'd realised.
Wow.
So I'm wondering if the same is going to happen with the brands. Is that something we should be trying to explore and get out there as well?
So here, this is
no idea how it works.
The only thing that I did find is, so this is it right here, right? This is the feature right here. Search for a brand.
Yeah, that's the one.
But the only thing that I did find is this kind of learn more thing. Product linking, link YouTube channels or videos and Google Ads accounts. This is not at all right.
It's really vague, and it doesn't explain to, mind you, the collaborations feature doesn't explain itself very well either, does it?
No, not at all.
Yeah, I'm totally foggy on that one. So I have actually clicked it a couple of times, and it does go and look for YouTube channels of the brands you're searching. So why is that different to the collaborate button?
I'm wondering
Don't
myself.
know.
So if I
Because
go
they
to
still have to have a
YOLO-
YouTube channel. It is just somehow linking up another YouTube channel.
Okay, so
But what that
it
looks
is-
like at their end, I've had
So
nothing.
I did a video for Stream Alive, which is this one here, and I did add them as a collaborator on this one. Yeah, managed collaborators. Yeah, I added them and they accepted because you know they paid me to do these videos. So we'll just be real honest about that. But
Yeah.
I didn't think to go here and
Yeah. Well, all it seems to
because look, this is them
well,
right here.
Yeah. We'll pick them and
So-
see what happens.
By clicking
It tells
agree,
you a
I
bit,
agree.
but again, I'm as clear as mud.
Link Stream Alive to this video. Allow Stream Alive to promote this video in their Google Ads campaigns. Allow YouTube to share data about this video with Stream Alive and any entities linked to their account, such as data about viewer demographics, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, watch time, retention, engagement, and performance. Disclose that you are paid by Stream Alive or that this video contains an endorsement or sponsorship. So this actually might be, this is definitely the better way to do it.
Well, this is what I was wondering, because I was still thinking that's still about as clear as mud to me, but it does seem to indicate that it's automatically actually giving them a load of rights, which you might want to do, rather than just the collaborate thing. And but it does, if you click yes, you don't get a link or anything. It must just message them and say, oh, this person has chosen to link this.
Yeah.
But there doesn't seem any necessity for them to accept it, or
Let me see what
it
happens.
doesn't generate a link for them to accept.
So now it just shows them here and I can remove it.
Exactly. It just stops
But they're
dead.
already
That's
in
it.
as a collaborator. So that's very weird.
Yeah. It is. So it's obviously doing something different to what just the collaboration does. There's definitely an extra tier there. Because
I
it
guess
is giving
they-
them all those permissions
they
to
would-
use stuff. But
yeah, they would have permissions to put
Yeah,
ad
but how
spend
do they know
behind it,
that?
maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
'Cause-
know, because again, it looks like something that would, well, first of all, increase your reach a bit, but secondly, make them
Well-
aware of your existence, which is a useful thing.
It
But-
might increase the reach if they had, if depending on the brand. Let me say it that way. So in this case, Stream
Oh, yeah.
Alive's YouTube channel is actually very small. So in this case, I'm actually I'm giving them reach, more
You're the
reach
big
than
one.
they currently have. And
But
I
what it
actually
does
get
do is-
some good questions off of this video as well. So yeah,
What I'm thinking is, though, is if you're like, you've suddenly sprung to the attention of StreamYard much more than you were before.
Right.
Effectively, if that button does what I think it does, is it actually giving these firms a prod and saying, hey, look at me, I'm doing this great stuff over here about your product.
that might
more-
be because it might be difficult to, because in my case, I am in touch with Stream Alive and talking to
Yeah,
them
you've
about the
already got
different
the
videos.
contact.
So I was able to send them the collaboration link
Mm.
and they were able to accept it. But in most cases, you're not in contact. I'm covering a StreamYard video. Yeah, that's a really good point. So let me, what if I were to go to this latest StreamYard video
Let's test
and
it.
actually add StreamYard as the brand? But the only issue is because it says I'm being paid, and in this instance, I'm not.
No,
Right,
it
so
says
here is
being
search for-
paid or endorsing, if you read that wording. If you're endorsing a product.
Okay.
So even if there's no money changed hands, it's implying that the same applies. So I've clicked it for a couple of the brands that I work with regularly with the craft stuff.
Because they have 118,000 subscribers. That's way more than me.
Yeah, that's a whole different
That
ballgame.
would be really good to
Try it then.
Yeah, I'm
Press it,
definitely
and
gonna
then
try
when-
it. Why
and then
not?
When they say watch this, go, what don't you know about it? That's what you do.
Yeah, I'm talking about your
Everybody's doing
platform.
this
What do you mean?
But I'm thinking for people like me who are quite small fry, it would be a good way of drawing attention to ourselves and saying, hey, what about me over here? See my stuff that
Now,
I'm doing to help
this is
you.
why I love this
But
conversation
also-
because everybody's
Yeah.
trying to grow, right? And so
Well, exactly. exactly. And
finding
also,
organic
if we're
ways to do that.
if we're doing things to support these brands, it's nice to let them know that we are, because we think they're worth supporting, and vice versa. It does actually give you the it is giving them rights to do a load of stuff that you wouldn't have with a collaboration one.
Right.
But looking at it, it's the sort of things I'd be quite happy to let them do anyway. And you could negotiate a deal that would involve them paying you for it, of course, I suppose. But
those are really good points.
And then you can't see nothing happens.
Yeah.
I don't know what comes up at their end, because none of them have ever got back to me and said, "What's this then?"
It would be good. I think what I'll do, because I do have the email from Mateo from StreamYard, I'll just email him and say, "Hey, I added you as a brand on that video. Can you tell me what you see?" And let's see what he comes back with.
That would be great, because the suppliers that I'm working with will just go, "What?"
Yeah, most of these people don't know.
Glitter.
We know YouTube better than they do. So for them,
Well,
it's like you're having to teach them, like, oh no, go here, go do this, and
you
you'll
think
be
about
able
my
to.
suppliers, they make glitter and stickers. It's not their thing. So I feel like it's me that's having to lead them some of the time, and I don't consider myself an expert. But your chap from StreamYard, there's a reasonable chance, because it's in kind of his field. Sort of, it's very connected,
Right.
isn't it? He might actually know what's going on with it, and certainly if he
may
can see what's happened at his end, then if you two can work it out. I can feel another video coming on to explain to everybody.
So
can you?
the more, I think you're absolutely correct. But then as the more I think about it, I'm like, well, because Bending Spoons is fairly new to being, kind of being at the helm of owning StreamYard. I don't know that I actually don't know what they know, to be honest with you. Because the channel has kind of gone stagnant since the new company came in. They're just not. They're not working with influencers. They don't have brand collaborations, stuff like that. Now them reaching out was it's kind of a major deal, because it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
They cut everything.
What an
They cut all their all the stuff that they were doing prior to being acquired by Bending Spoons. They cut all of that stuff. So a lot of those shows that we used to watch on the StreamYard channel, they're not there anymore. Now, it sounds like they're doing more stuff, but I don't know. I'm actually going to take a look at
their... do it and pay you to do it.
And if they are going to pay me to do it, then go ahead and pay, because I'm good with that. Let me see here. Yeah. Yeah. Let me go back to the screen so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. There's nothing. I mean, it's like,
no, it's just like you've clicked a button and nothing's
ago.
happened, as far as I know. As well, and yeah, it's gone very quiet. I mean, I don't use StreamYard anymore. Something I'll keep under review, obviously, but I did notice it had gone very quiet on their page.
Yeah. These are
on their homepage there.
I don't know what these are. Okay, this is Bending Spoons right here. But yeah, like these videos, 6.5K views, this 18K views, these videos, how to stream to Facebook groups with StreamYard. That's after Facebook dumped the integration for groups. This is this is so crazy. Oh, anyway, but yeah, like some of these are from the old crew who's no longer there anymore. And so yeah. But especially like this is a good friend. She's not there anymore. So it's really, I mean, I think, from here, these are the ones 3 months ago, 12 days ago. And then this is,
they definitely need your help, Kirk.
But even though they haven't done content, look at this video 4 days ago, 6.5K views, that's when you have 120,000 subscribers. That's the kind of impact.
Not many. That's not many when you've got that many subscribers, though.
But for 4 days, though, especially having been dormant for almost a year, if not more. I
suppose after the dormancy, yeah. I mean, I get that sort of views on some of mine within 24 hours, and my channel's a fraction that size.
This is true, but you're very active.
Oh, I'm rowdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think these are really good conversations for creators to be having. Just kind of taking a look
if
and
you can
seeing.
I mean, as you're talking to StreamYard at the moment so much anyway, it's the ideal time to really try and work out what the heck that button does.
It
And
might
maybe
be.
you can get the drop on that one as well. That'd be good.
Yeah, they need to. There's a lot that needs to be done. There's a lot that needs to be done. But yeah, I because, and I'm not even talking about StreamYard now. I'm saying YouTube really shouldn't be rolling out features that nobody knows what it does. That should not be a thing.
I know it's really odd. The fact that it took vidIQ about about a month. It's got to be about a month since we did our video.
Since we did ours, and they just released theirs. Yeah.
And they've just looked at it and said, "Oh, this is actually bigger than we thought," and they're really blowing it up now. Whereas at first they were just, "Oh yes, there's this feature that just does this," and I'm thinking, and we both looked at it and thought, "Wow,
it does way more." Yeah, because they did a video when it first came out, but they really downplayed. So our video really kind of shine a floodlight on what the feature could be if you plan it properly. Yeah. Now it is still up to the individual creator,
didn't we?
Exactly.
Well, it is, but I think we were the first ones to come up with some proper use cases and explain it properly.
Right.
But vidIQ have recently put out, it's on their podcasts thing. I've sat and listened to it. Some really, really good coverage, and they're saying we did not realise. So straight away, I've thought, great. You're so right. Did you see the video that Kurt Nugent did? Comment. I don't know whether they'll pick it up or not. But I just had to and said, "Oh, thank you for covering it."
Yep. So I still have a good amount of friends that are still there. So I wasn't able to work with them very long, but I still have some really good friends that are there. So I will reach out and see, because now that I didn't see that podcast episode, but I did see the original video they did, and it was
in the last few
grossly
days.
Downplayed it. Yeah.
It was in the last few days. So see if you can get yourself on there to, be interviewed by Rob or one of the others and talk about it further, because they're really buzzing about it just right now. And
I'm gonna message them. It's a great idea.
Yeah,
I'm gonna message them and see what happens. Yeah.
Because they've literally held their hands up and said, "We missed this. This is far bigger than we thought." So yeah.
Yeah. That's really good.
And they have been testing it, so it'd be really interesting to compare notes with them if you can get hold of them.
And that's the other thing too, like for my channel to be able to partner with a channel like vidIQ size, that would be epic.
That could be an opportunity, couldn't it? It's certainly worth a try. You've got the contacts, so
yeah, I'll definitely message them. I'm gonna jump on WhatsApp here in just a minute.
Yeah, say, did you know we beat you to this one?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do a cold email as well, but I'll drop a message to my guy. I don't know if you guys know Anthony Santana. He's got a channel called why am I blanking? Anthony Santana. What's his channel called again, David? You remember? Why am I blanking? He's a gamer. Oh man,
that's probably why I wouldn't know him then.
Laz Curry. That's it. That's his YouTube. He doesn't go by his regular name. That's why I'm always struggling to figure out what is his handle is. Yeah, Laz Curry, LASCU. He actually used to, and they encouraged you to keep your channel. But this is the guy. He and I work together while there. We're really good friends still. So I'll message him and see if he has any insight on the whole.
Gotta be worth a try.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know what you find out about this brands thing. I mean, I haven't heard them mentioning it really either. So, I mean, I have actively been looking to try and find something. People just mention that it's there, and it's like, yeah, but how do you use this properly? And I've certainly seen nothing about what the people at the brand see at their end when you click that button. So There we go.
definitely something to think about.
I'll leave that gem with you.
I appreciate it. Let me see what so Darren says. I did watch you guys collab video. I think it's sort of like shorts still need to find a lane for collabs, right? So even with that said, the shorts versus long form debate is still just that, a debate. It really is. And I don't know that there is a solid, this is the answer just yet. Like I said with Dr. Vibe earlier, though, hey, what's going on, Monty? But what I said with Dr. Hey, and Monty, you're in the community, man. Jump in Zoom, brother. Jump in Zoom. Hit that Zoom link. Come on in, and then you can be on screen just like Tracy is. But yeah, one of the things I was saying with Dr. Vibe earlier was the shorts feed does have that organic reach, because you're not necessarily only going to your subscribers, but there is this whole conversation around, what has shorts done to the platform. One of the things that my coach says is you are training your audience on how they will consume your information with the types of content that you put out. So on my podcast channel, which is very new, I just put long form. I don't put any shorts on there or any of that stuff, because I want people, when they go to that channel, they already know I'm going to be rocking with Kirk for about half hour, 45 minutes, because every podcast episode is about that. The shortest we've done is about 25, 28 minutes or something like that. But I do want that to be the norm, their expected behavior. When you do a lot of shorts on your channel, you are teaching your audience that this is how you will consume. And so you want to be mindful of that. It's not so much that you can't do it. It's just, you just want to be mindful that is one way you're going to get people who, if you have a 45-minute podcast episode and somebody watches 30 seconds, and then the next thing you're asking them to do is to go and watch the full episode. I don't know. It just seems like there should be something in between. So you want to have some other content.
A disconnect.
Exactly.
Vertical live streaming is definitely working. I've got friends who go out. You heard me mention them before. The Northants Magnet Fishers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they do a vertical live stream twice on a Sunday, every Sunday.
Gotcha.
When they're out fishing for an hour, and they get something like 200,000 views.
Wow.
While they're still live. And on their main channel, they always get a lot of views anyway, but it's only got 40-odd thousand subscribers, which is still good, but not to get that scale that you would think.
You're right. To get 200,000 views live and then only have 40,000 subscribers is crazy.
It's insane. And they're sure it's because it's on the vertical live stream. But I wonder how long it'll be before they stop calling it the shorts feed. Instead, call it the vertical feed, because it's just not
kind of weird
up now, is it?
Yeah, because it was. I don't even know if it was intentional that they put that kind of stuff in the shorts feed, because it's still a live stream, but the fact that live stream shows up in the shorts feed means you get all this organic. Now, the flip side is exactly what you just said. A lot of those people will never subscribe. Number two, some of them are really only watching for just a second, but it still counts as a view. So
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I heard somebody talking. David, you got something?
I got nothing.
The long pause before you said I got nothing was hilarious.
No, I've been working in the background on Amazon. I had a question actually. I wanted to change my storefront name from David Hunt to the shop, like Amazon.com/shop David Hunt to David M Hunt, so that it's consistent across the board. But I haven't been able to figure where that is.
You and me both.
Okay.
It's not Kirk R. Nugent on Amazon. It's just Kirk Nugent.
Okay.
So, yeah. If you go to my shop page, it's not Kirk R. Nugent. It's actually Amazon.com/shop/Kirk Nugent. No R. So you and me both is all I can tell you.
Okay. I wasn't going crazy. I spent like
No,
an
you're not going
hour
crazy.
today trying to figure that out. So.
Amazon is the most frustrating of all the platforms to work with. So, yeah, because they'll kick you out. Like they kick me off of Amazon, okay, and then they sent me something like some campaign they want to be a part of, and I was like, yeah, but I can't accept this because you guys kicked me off. And they were like, we kicked you off? Yeah. Oh, our bad. And then they just put it back. I was just like, what is going on? How do you?
It's the AI.
What's going on?
It has to be AI. I don't know.
And I was like, I thought I broke a rule or something. They were like, we just checked your account. Everything looks fine. So we just put it back. I was like, what is going on? And it was in between time was a good 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
From the time I got quote unquote kicked off to where that campaign email came through and I was like, I can't accept this. You guys closed my account. And I thought the account was gone. That's the other thing too. I thought it was gone. No, when they reinstated it, all of my videos, everything came back up.
Wow.
So I don't know, man. Amazon, it's difficult. But like I said, Billy has figured it out and he's created.
Marching.
Wow, that's really loud. He's figured out ways to create all kinds of funding streams and income streams from Amazon. So
Yeah.
it is definitely possible.
It's
definitely possible.
So I was today working on my workflow.
Yeah.
I got to get better at not rambling when I'm making these videos because
You definitely, yeah, especially for Amazon, you want to make sure you are succinct, to say the least.
yes. And I have my notes and I was reading the notes, but then I mentioned there was one thing and I was doing a video on this actually no, not on this lens, it's just a lens to it. And just this button here and I went like for another 30 seconds on the button. I'm like, oh, I'm not putting that in the video. So now I have to edit the video.
No, don't do it.
The video is going to be like 6 minutes long. Instead, I want it to be like 3 minutes. So I edited it.
Oh man, dude. Listen, I'm one take wonders is all I do on Amazon. One take, just so these scenes that you see me use, like this one, oh yeah, this is part of the whole Amazon setup. Here it is. There it is. Let's open the box. But when I do these videos, though, I do record with the shotgun mic, and I don't have anything on the desk. The desk is completely clear, no mic, so I'm able to just have a wide open space. But yeah, no, the name of the game is high frequency, so you got to be able to churn out those videos like that. So on the screen in front of me, I have all the details of the device that I'm talking about. So I can just look at the screen, talk about the different things that I know are, the specs for it, give people my own little perspective and be done. And I'm usually aiming for under 2 minutes on most of those videos. I don't see any reason to be any longer. If I could be under 60 seconds, that'd be even better, but I talk too much. Can you tell?
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, it was, I'm getting into that flow because I had done some and then my browser wouldn't work. I was using Brave and I was just like, nope, Brave is not the answer. So it wouldn't process. The video wouldn't process. I had like 3 videos I was trying to upload and it would not process. So then I just used Firefox instead and it went right in. I could have used Safari too. I think it would have been fun.
No, don't use Safari. Never use Safari.
This is what I was.
Why are you running away from Chrome, my friend?
I just don't like. I don't know.
What about Arc? I love Arc.
I have not tried that one yet.
Arc is basically Chrome, but it's just a different flavor.
Right, no, which is Brave. Brave is
Brave is
basically
as well.
Chrome.
Yeah. I don't
But
know
it
why
would
Brave
not
didn't work
upload.
then, but they must be doing something different in Brave because I've never had an issue with. If it works in Chrome, it works in Arc. Anybody familiar with Arc? Anybody? You guys ever use Arc browser? No. Dave, you're saying yes, Doc Vibe? Oh, you're
Yeah,
gonna have to.
I have.
Okay.
I have. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
find it good to use. Pretty good to use. I've used it.
I like that the tabs are on the side, not across
Yeah.
the top. I really like that. And the feature where if I'm watching a video on one tab and I click to another tab, it pops out the video and allows me to watch it no matter where I mean, I could move to a whole other screen and that video is still there playing. So that I love. That's a really good feature.
Has anybody tried Comet?
I
Yes.
did, yeah.
It's the new Perplexity one. I've got it, and I've looked at it and gone, ooh, not sure.
I'm not so
What
sure
did you all
either.
think of it?
So, but
That's
Comet
nice.
is not it's not based on Chromium, is it?
I think it is, yeah.
It is okay.
And it's
believe it
and it's
is.
the product itself is from Perplexity,
Right.
So it's got a load of built-in AI and stuff as well. But yeah, it feels a bit like Chrome to use, and apparently it'll import all my Chrome extensions and stuff. But
It will.
yeah, I haven't really had a play yet, so I wondered if anybody else had had a real good go.
I'm in experimentation phase with it. I just uploaded it last week, so I'm still in the play phase.
Fair enough. I think it is that new though, isn't it? I think it
Yes.
has literally just been released.
Fairly new.
We'll have to compare notes when we've had a play then.
Yeah.
I haven't
well,
tried
it's-
uploading a video using through it yet.
Yeah, well, it's funny for the ChatGPT AI browser. You need to realize if you don't have an M chip with your Mac, you can't use it.
Oh. So if the Intel
I
chips
don't
don't
have
work.
a Mac, so
Yeah, right now I think it's only available for Mac right now. And I have a Mac, but I can't use it because I found it. I don't have it. Mine is an older Mac because I don't have an M1 processor. I can't use it.
what browser was that?
The
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT browser. I don't know what they call it again. What's the name of it?
I didn't even know that existed.
What's the name of it? It's gonna bug me now. I don't know. What's the name of that browser? Oh, it's gonna bug me. I'll find it in just a second. Chat. Yeah, I was looking forward to experiment with it. Can't use it because I don't have the chip.
I gotta grab
Atlas.
something real quick from the front door. I'll be right back.
Atlas. That's the name of it.
Atlas.
Atlas. No, that's the name of it. Atlas. And right now, I think it's only available for Mac users. Again, if you have a M processor like an M1 or a M2 or M3 processor. Because I just wanted to experiment using an AI browser and it wouldn't work. So then I uploaded Perplexity browser, the Comet, and just fooling around with it.
It
Trace
does look like it just says download for Mac OS.
Yeah. But Tracy, I
Oh,
agree.
well.
The YouTube's explanation of the collab feature, it's terrible, terrible.
The fact
And I actually had an experience. I invited a collaborator to one of my YouTubes. Great. When I tried to invite another one, for some reason I could not figure. For some reason they couldn't add on themselves as a collaborator. Well, I'm just going YouTube. Please be better explanations.
I think there's something in your settings, in Studio, and you've got settings and all that.
Yeah.
That's fine. There's something in there that you have to tick to allow collaborations, I think. Because one of my friends had that problem. And then out of the blue, she said, I found a setting and
Okay.
and now it works. So I think there's something.
It was
Yeah.
like it just the first person, no problem. The second person couldn't add on. I'm going, what the? I'm going YouTube.
Yeah.
Better
Let's have a look.
videos, please and thank you. No,
Yeah. I mean, the fact that it took
hire Tracy and
Speed
Kirk to do
IQ so
the
long to
video.
realise what it really meant and then get so very excited about it. That says it all. I mean, usually they're right on it because they're some of the first to know. So that really says it all about how badly YouTube had launched it, really. I wonder if they realised themselves what a big deal it was. Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Permissions. Is it in permissions? No, manage permissions. Nope.
But see, the stuff that you're trying to do right now, they should have that in a video.
They should. I don't think we showed it, but I'm sure there's somewhere where you can allow it. Permissions channel. It's in one of the settings somewhere, and I can't remember where it was.
I can't remember where it was either.
No, because I've not had to do it since.
I'll do some fooling around and seeing where it
Sure,
is.
it's somewhere in the settings. I'm sure it was.
Okay. Well, that's a start. I'll fool around and.
Yeah, I was just hoping I could find it for you. Nope.
Crazy. Good
Is it in
old.
agreements? No. I know I found it somewhere, but I've only done it once. But anyway, because they worked it out and I went looking for it and then I found it. But do you think I can remember where it was?
So I had someone talking to me on the other side. What are we talking about? I know I said, because I said I can't find it either, but I really can't find it because I don't know what we're talking about.
It's the collaboration feature, and it's when you upload a video, you can tick something to say, yes, I want to add a collaborator. So, David, if you and I made a video together, you made a video. So let's say you were a guest on my show. I would send you the link to say, accept this. This is the link for the collaboration. Then what it will do is it will show my video to your audience as well as mine. So it widens the span of where your audience gets shown. And the thing that Kirk dropped on as well is that you can collaborate with your own other channel.
Yep.
If it's a similar topic, so there's a synergy, then you can collaborate across to help push some of your existing audience from your bigger channel to your smaller channel. So it's a massive benefit for smaller channels when you're collaborating with a bigger channel on something to get them to accept that link. It just spreads the word further, which is amazing. And that's why we did a video on it, because Kirk and I got very excited about
David,
the whole thing.
what David is saying essentially is that he didn't watch our video. That's what he's trying to say, Tracy.
I was trying to be polite.
No,
David, you naughty man.
David, man, how could you do this? Hey, Micah Flemings, I want to say congrats for reaching 491 subscribers, man. Congrats to you, man. That is awesome. 491. Continue pushing. Continue doing what you got to do. That is amazing. Get
him across the line.
But yeah, no.
Get him across the line by Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that feature is really clutch. I did a collaboration with one of the guests for the How It All Works podcast who has 50,000 subscribers, and the views that video had were just amazing. Now, there's, again, just like Tracy said, you do have to be mindful that there is a synergy. There's a broad cross section of what your channel covers and what that person's channel covers. Else, it may backfire because you get a lot of people watching your content that aren't a good fit for your content. So if YouTube suggests it to them again, they may or may not watch. So those are some of the things to keep in mind.
So can you remember there was a setting that we found that some people couldn't accept the collaboration link, and it was because they hadn't turned a setting on somewhere. and I've only found it once, and I can't find it again. Do you know where it is?
I
I'm
don't
just
think
going through the
that
settings.
I don't think that setting exists anymore. I think they've basically you know, collaborations is now kind of. I think there was a time where you could opt
So
in
they
or opt
fixed it.
out, but now they've just kind of have it open.
That's why then, because they fixed it. That's good.
Yeah.
Because it was a bit pointless. Because all they've got to do if they don't want to join in with your collaboration
It's
is
just say no.
accept it. So yeah. Oh, that makes
Yeah,
sense. That's
but
why
there
I
was
can't
there
find
was
it
like
then.
a checkbox, and once you check that or you know toggled it on, the collaborations you know tab would show up. But I mean, look, even
So
so
it
I
should work
was
for everybody now. So it's worth trying again if somebody's not managed to make it work.
I was at I was in Birmingham this past Monday and got a chance to hang out with DJ Strick. Let me see if I have. I don't know if I have any. Oh yeah, I do. Let's see if we can show this. All right, let me get the Brady Bunch screen off of here real quick, and then we'll go. Whoa. All right, there we go. There. No, there. Where's the active speaker one? I think that's what I had up earlier. There, that's what that one is. Okay, so then let's go back to this. Yeah, so man, his studio absolutely amazing, y'all. Just the look of it. Oh, this is I thought I had the active speaker one up. There we go. Yeah. So this is it's an entrepreneurship center there in Birmingham that DJ Strick, aka Steven Strickland, he has access to it and he records all his podcasts there. So if you've ever seen his podcast, you will be somewhat familiar with at least some of the pictures. But this whole area here is what I was a lot more kind of enamored with because I was like, man, for the in-person meetings that I'd like to do, that's exactly what I wanted to look like. But anyway, this is a good shot of the podcast. 3 cameras, 2 FX30s, 1 FX3. Definitely drooling over that one. The FX3 is so gorgeous. But then his guest for this particular episode is his wife, Kim Scott, world-renowned jazz flutist. So that's kind of an unfair cheat code to have somebody that popular as your spouse that you can interview. And I think that episode was going to do well. I was behind the scenes there. His son is actually the one doing the recording, so I was just kind of assisting where possible. But I did jump in there and he did interview me as well, so that was pretty cool. This is a little bit better in terms of just kind of not seeing the cameras and everything else. I just wanted to kind of get a tighter shot. He really played with a good amount of lighting in order to set this up. So yeah, the cameras are great cameras, but I tell you what, man, I just had a newfound respect for, you know, really dialing in your lighting profile to get the type of shot that you want. Because even the wall behind them, there is a light sitting on the couch that's shining up on that wall to give it that additional separation. And then even there's another side wall. I don't know if I got a chance to take the picture of that other one, but there's another wall off to the side. There, that back wall, he's got another light just shining on that wall just to, again, give that separation. Other thing that I thought was really cool is that the cameras were completely no wires. So he has V-mount batteries on all the cameras. The screen on the camera is connected DTAP into the V-mount battery, and then the cameras themselves are USB-C, so they plug in to the USB-C ports that are available. So the entire camera is essentially standalone. You can just pick it up and move it. There's no wires because he's recording to the SD card in each of the cameras, and so it's a definite different workflow than what I'm used to because I am utilizing the different pieces for the system that I'm using. I have Ecamm as my main, you know, kind of my system that is interfacing all the different pieces of my setup. But I am, having seen this, I am, kind of on the fence in terms of, man, I've got to at least try. So I'm gonna pick up some SD cards for the 3 cameras that I have, and I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna try it and see if that has any impact on the workflow, or better yet, on the quality. And if the workflow is any longer than what I'm used to, because if it isn't, then if it's nominal, if the workflow is fairly the same, and the quality is better, I may actually opt to go with that route, because Ecamm only records one of the 4 cameras that it captures in 4K. Everything else it records in 1080. So even though I'm sending 1080, I'm not recording in 1080. Even though I'm sending 4K, I'm not recording in 4K. So that's one piece that I discovered recently. So I just want to be able to take care of that. But yeah, wanted to show that to you, give you guys a look. He's using the Sony app for the iPad to be able to monitor what the camera looks like. I don't know how many of you guys have ever played with that, but that is super clutch as well. Being able to monitor your camera on your tablet, especially for those who are self-produced, you can have a kind of a look and feel of what that is looking like, even though you're sitting in the shot. So just some really cool things to consider. Yeah, really cool stuff. I did get a little selfie with them. I don't know, the portrait mode kind of messed up the top of that picture, but yeah, no, man, really amazing setup there. Was absolutely impressed. So wanted to be able to show that to you guys today as well. Let me go back here and see what we got. I think that's it, y'all. Jenner86 is coming in online, says hi everybody. Hi to you as well. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. We got 14 people on live today with us. If you have any questions, I don't mind staying around a little bit longer to be able to answer. We've got, this is kind of a holiday edition. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. So if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. And if you are in the Zoom room, just come off mute. What's up, Doc Vibe?
Yeah, I got a quick question, especially since it's holiday season and tomorrow's or not tomorrow, it's in a few days, it's Black Friday. Any suggestions for any people watching how to be smart when looking at buying gear?
Yeah,
on Black Friday deals.
I got a ton of suggestions, man. I'm so glad you asked this question. I'm just joking. No, I do have a suggestion. One major one is not possible for you to do this year, but I would highly recommend that you think about this for years to come. If there's something that you're saying, I want to buy this on Black Friday. Let's take, for instance, like a big screen TV. I want to buy this on Black Friday. Okay. Let's say you have that idea in August. Here's what you do. Go and look at the price in August and write it down. Write it down, because here's the game that some of these providers play. Not everybody, but some of them play a game. There it is. David is saying it already. You will start to see that price goes up in October, and especially getting into November, it'll go up. And then Black Friday, they'll give you this discount, but that discounted price is the same price it was in August. Same price. They hike it up to bring it down. And so for me, any provider, any brand that I see doing that, I'm not only not buying it on Black Friday, I'm not buying it ever. I don't want anything from that brand ever again if you're playing that kind of game. But I all too often, this happens to people where they're like, man, I got such a great deal. And you'll say to somebody, what did you get? Oh, I got such and such, Samsung, 60-inch TV. Oh, okay, man. Yeah, I got one back in the summertime. We had to replace it, so we couldn't wait. I paid about $500. Hey, I paid $500. What? I thought you said you got a good deal. It's like, I thought I got a good deal. It was discounted. It was half off. They said it was $1,000. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of thing that happens, unfortunately, on Black Friday. And so those are what I would always caution people to be mindful of. With that said, there are some deals out there. And I'm not talking about Let me share a screen real quick and show you one.
Ecamm.
Ecamm has a crazy deal, and they're getting the blues because of it, because all of their regular folks are like, man, dude, how are you giving these deals to these other folks and not giving it to us? Okay, let me share screen here real quick. So if you look at this one right here, I'm not saying to buy this one, but you see this as Black Friday deal, 20% off. But here's what you don't see here. Lowest price in the last 30 days. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
That is an indicator that this thing has stayed consistent all along, and now it has taken a dip. When I don't see that, I'm a little leery, because now I think I'm not logged in, and there's a lot of things that I don't see when I'm not logged in. So it very well could be that this is the lowest price in the last 30 days. But those are the kinds of indicators that you want to be able to see. Now, in terms of selecting something that you want to buy, a good rule of thumb is always going to be starting with audio, then going to lighting, and then going for the shot, the camera. I got a chance to showcase to folks today during the other session this device here. It's called the YOLO Cam S3. I am thoroughly impressed with the camera quality. For it to be a webcam, I kind of blown away, actually. I've never seen a webcam with shallow depth of field. Essentially what I mean is a blurry background. Not like this. Some of them you can kind of turn it on. Now, there are some other things I'm not impressed with, which I will kind of refrain from sharing publicly on live, because I do think it's possible that maybe I just have a defective unit. And to be clear, it's not the camera. It's something that came with the camera that just isn't working well. And I don't know why. So I'm going to reach out to them and say, hey, what's going on here, before I, share a full review. But the camera, though, really, really great camera. Now, it's a $200 camera, which is a steal by any stretch of the imagination. Number one. Number two, the company is not based in the United States. And they're not, while some companies do honor the whole Black Friday thing, even though they're not based in the US, there are a handful that don't. Rode is one of them, and it looks like YOLO is another, where there's just you look it up right now, you're not going to find a deal. It's the same $200 that it has been for the last couple of months. But here's what I also want to say with that's concerned. $200 is a steal. Like I normally would recommend the ZV-E10, which is what my hand is on right now. You can't see it; it's outside of shot. But these two cameras on either side of me are ZV-E10s. They both have 30 millimeter lenses on them. The 30 millimeter Sigma lens is $350, I think, about somewhere thereabout. The Sony ZV-E10 is a $600 camera, body only. Together, you're looking at about $1,000. Total cost of ownership, it's about $1,000, which in my opinion is cheap to get the level of quality video that I can get out of these cameras, 4K. I have the dummy battery connected to them. They are plugged up using HDMI, even though I could plug them up using USB-C, because they do double as a webcam. And when it plugs up as a webcam, you can actually plug a mic into it, and that mic is seen on the computer. It's got some really cool functionality. That my point being, heretofore, I would have said $1,000 for this quality would be a steal, and I still think it's a steal. This one is $200. No percentage is off. $200. I think we have to consider, because when Hollyland came out with their first wireless transmitter, it was like $600 for one pair. And people were like, man, that's way too expensive and I was like, well, let's keep it in perspective. Wireless transmitters used to cost $2,000 for one. So you get what I'm trying to say is, like, this is $200 and it's not on sale, but it's $200, and while it isn't necessarily the same quality as the ZV-E10, it's getting you very close. But $200 is not $1,000. So these are the kinds of buying mindsets that I always try to help people to really tap into. What would I normally have paid? What am I trying to achieve? Do I have $1,000 to spend right now? Now, I want to be, I always say this to people. If you desire to have the look I have right now on camera, don't even look at these. Just keep saving until you can buy what I have, because it's not going to get you there. It'll get you close, but there's going to come a day where you're like, man, it's not quite exactly what I want. And what you want is what you want. So save towards what you want. So those are some of the pieces that I'll always say. In these three items that I have in my hand right now, right? I have a mic, right? Always, I'm trying to cover my eyes so you can see this thing a little bit better. But you have a mic, I have a light, and I have a camera. This is what it's all about. These are the three. You gotta have audio, you gotta have good lighting, you gotta have a good camera, and these three, I would recommend all of them highly, without reservation. The other thing that I'm going to be doing to test with this is to connect it to a mobile phone. If I can connect, we didn't do this earlier, y'all, but if I can connect this to a mobile phone, oh, that could be a game changer. So, those are some of the things that I think you definitely want to think through. If you're in the market to get some gear this holiday season, whether it's Black Friday or Cyber Monday or just for Christmas or whatever, New Year's, whatever, just think about what you want to achieve. What do you want your look to look like? Peruse the interwebs, take a look at people's videos and their setups, just like I did with DJ Strick this past Monday. Figure out what their workflow is. What are they using? Is it something you can mimic? Is there something you can grab? If you like it, if you don't like it, make note of what they had so you don't buy what they have. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the things. It's like it's always bad. It's like, oh snap, is that what you have? Dang, I didn't want that. So you make note of these things because it'll really help you in terms of making that purchase. Yeah. Oh man, I'm seeing Darren's comment, David Hunt. Yeah. 170 plus plugins for $21. It's real with a story behind it. Get out of here. That's awesome, man. That is awesome, Darren. Darren. So Sippy Cup Adventures, his real name is Darren. So that's why I'm saying Darren. Okay. But that's a great question, Doc Vibe. Thank you for that. I don't know if that brings up any other questions for anybody else, but yeah, we're getting ready to land here in just a few minutes. Anybody?
What would it be the same thought process buying software?
Yeah.
Okay.
Story.
Just asking.
No, I think with software, I do have a couple other metrics that I like to utilize, especially if it isn't like a one-time fee, which most software have some kind of a subscription-based model. I like even for, let's say, StreamYard or EVMux or Restream or even Ecamm for that matter. I believe in paying for 1 month, even though 1 month might be, it's cheaper to buy for the year, but don't buy for the year if you haven't tested it. So pay for 1 month but don't pay for 1 month until you have something scheduled to test it. So like I wanted to use the StreamYard on-air feature. Hadn't used it in years. I knew I had a client project that was going to kind of require that I have that feature. So I waited until I knew that project was going to be within the month, paid for 1 month of StreamYard service, and then I used that feature and it worked flawlessly. I mean, y'all, woo! It took care of the email reminders and all that stuff. It was clutch. And then, not having to worry about a different system for comments and all that stuff. Comments came in natively. I really, really liked that process. And it was just so seamless. So definitely something I'm going to use again, but the month is coming to a close and I'm canceling that subscription. So, test but make sure you have something to test. So not just that you're going to test it out yourself, but test it with a major project, test it with a friend, test it with a friend's project, whatever. If you've got a software platform that you're going to use, make sure you're going to test it out first and see. And I especially say this where AI is concerned. If you've got AI stuff that you're looking to purchase, do not pay for the year. Do not pay for the year. AI is moving way too quick to where you have these annual subscriptions, and then like the platform that you were already using is now doing what the other platform. It's like, okay, now I got to get rid of one of these, but I've already paid for the year. So you're just holding on to it, and then you forget that you had it because the year time frame comes back around. So yeah, definitely where software platforms are concerned, and especially AI, test it for a month first before paying for the annual option. Only when you know this is going to be part of my workflow for the foreseeable future do I pay for the annual option for any piece of software. So hopefully that's helpful. But yeah, that's definitely something that comes to mind immediately. Thank you, sir. Yeah, man. Listen, guys, I think that's going to do it. 9 of you guys, we've got our regular crew here in the Zoom room for the live, but then we also had a good group online. I want to say goodbye to our folks online. There we go. About AI and subs. Correct. There we go. Okay. All right. He's on his own, and he's said he's made enough money. So here you go. Look at that. That is crazy, Darren. I love seeing that kind of stuff. I mean, especially if you're going to use it, especially if you're going to use it. On it. Real. Okay. Florence is with us, and I love that she's got her new handle going. Florence says, hey, we'll catch the replay. Yes, we know you'll catch the replay, but you could also just join us in Zoom. You could do that. But we appreciate you, Florence. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today. For those that are online, I want to say a word of thanks to you guys for coming in today. I want to say one or two last things to my folks in the community. I see Tracy's got something there. I'm going to speak to that in just a second, but I want to say something to my folks in the community in just a second. But I want to say thanks to you guys for coming and hanging out with us today. Some points in the hour and 40 something minutes that we've been live, we had 10 people. Sometimes we had 0 people. Other times we had 25 people. So it's been, quite a fluctuation on this holiday Wednesday, the day before the Thanksgiving Eve is what we call it, right? Is that correct? Thanksgiving Eve. But at any rate, y'all, have a phenomenal Thanksgiving holiday. Hopefully you guys are staying warm. Hopefully you're with family. Hopefully you're enjoying, if you're even celebrating the holiday at all. We're chilling this year. We're not even going anywhere. No family's coming in town. We're taking it easy. And just like that, David Hunt puts it up there, the link. If you want to join us in the community, there's plenty of these kinds of spaces, and you could be on screen as well, along with just different other things, posts, conversation, support. That's what the community is all about. Would love to have you guys in there. So with all that said, grace and peace. We'll see you around these internet streets or in the next video later.